Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
Intriguing story out of Michigan sent to me by several people. And the thing about the story is watching the people point their fingers at each other. Nobody wants to take responsibility these days, but mistakes were made. So Don, Daryl, Michael, Tyler, thank you. From Fox 2 Detroit, Jessica Dupnack wrote it. Kindergartner brings Jose Cuervo margaritas to snack time at Livonia School. Now, a lot of people out there might be thinking, Steve, a margarita for snack time ain't that bad of an idea. Yeah, assuming you're old enough to legally drink. This is for kindergartners at the Livonia School. Luckily, I think snack time might be followed by nap time, so that might work out. But parents at Grand River Academy in Livonia were outraged when a kindergartner brought a bottle of ready-to-drink Jose Cuervo margaritas, and multiple students drank them. Alexis Smith is one of the parents whose child's in that class. Her kindergartner had a Dixie cup full of the mixed tequila drink and said she had 4 or 5 sips. Now, she and another mom were baffled when they learned what happened. She said, the other mom did, she felt woozy and a little dizzy, referring to her child, I assume. Their daughters were each given what they thought was juice during snack time. In reality, they were drinking Jose Cuervo margarita mix at snack time, brought by a fellow kindergartner who has a future in bartending. The girl poured it in her cup, and she drank it, and the girl ended up telling her what it is. And she went and told the teacher, there is liquor in this cup, and the teacher gave her a funny face. The other little girl had brought the single-serve pre-mixed drink to school in her backpack. I had a small conversation with my daughter, nothing big, and she told me the girl knew it was liquor, the mother said. So the argument here is not that the girl accidentally brought in something that she thought was a beverage. They're saying the little girl knew it had alcohol in it. That's what someone's saying here. Now, the parents are obviously angry about what happened, but not with the child. They're directing their anger at school officials at Grand River Academy. They're wondering how it happened and how it could have been prevented. Now, the school released a statement, and of course, they're not responsible for this. While we try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school, that's simply not possible. It's unfortunate that these types of adult beverages can be easily mistaken for child-friendly drinks. So it's hard to say if they're saying the mistake there was the child's or was a teacher's for mistaking it for a child-friendly drink. But you'll notice that they say they cannot keep an eye on everything students bring to school. I'll return to that. The school said they called poison control to consult regarding the next steps. I'm not sure if they are short-staffed or whatever. It shouldn't have happened, the mother said. School called the parents right away to tell them all the kids are physically okay and said they would hand out discipline to the student if necessary. Both parents say the parents of the kindergartner really is the one who should be on the hook here. And I agree with that. That is an issue if a parent is so unaware of things in their own home to where a child can pack up the Jose Cuervo and get out of the house with it, take it to school, and start serving it up for snack time. If your child knows what it is, nothing wrong with it, but they should know not to touch it. The one parent said that. It's not for kids. So they're saying that the parent should teach the kids, you guys don't drink this stuff. And likewise, they should probably put it someplace where it's not terribly accessible if they've got a kid who's going to go out and pull stuff down and play with it. But here's the biggest problem I have, and this is with the school. The school released a statement that says, in part, we try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school. That's simply not possible. We try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school. The problem here is not that the child brought this to school. Because as somebody said, this child brought the Jose Cuervo to school in a backpack. It stayed in the backpack all day long and then went home. Oh my gosh, it was in the school. No, that wouldn't make the news. That would not make the news. What made the news was that the kindergartner brought it to school and was serving it to other kids. And that is something that should be supervised by a teacher. That is, a child brings something into the classroom and says, here, other children can eat or drink this because it is snack time. The teacher should glance to see what's being served. Okay? I mean, I remember when I was in school, there were little kids who ate all kinds of stuff. And I remember one kid who liked Elmer's glue. Now, I understand Elmer's glue is not poisonous, but he was, I remember seeing him squeeze it out on a sandwich like it was ketchup. So if some kid came to school and said, hey guys, snack time, it's my job to hand out snacks, bring up your bread and I'll squeeze Elmer's glue onto it, I would assume a teacher would say, excuse me, that's not a snack. It's not what we do with Elmer's glue, okay? And so the fact that the kid's got the Jose Cuervo bottle and is pouring out drinks like it's spring break, where's the teacher? Really? The teacher didn't see that? So that's the problem I have with the story. I do also have a problem with the parent whose kid walks out the door with a Jose Cuervo bottle. And I know just from experience of dealing with comments under this video, there are going to be people who say, Steve, kids can do stuff like that. And that's why I'm not putting a ton of blame there. Because a lot of things in life happen because of several causes. There are often more than one thing that contribute to something. It's quite common with disasters and tragedies. I'm not saying this is a disaster or a tragedy, I'm simply pointing that out. Quite often, there are several things that went wrong. Several people made mistakes or several systems failed. And so here, there were at least two people who screwed up. The parent whose kid walked out of the house with the Jose Cuervo, and the teacher who wasn't paying attention when the kid's pouring it out into Dixie cups. And of those two adults, the person who had the best, last clear chance to stop this from happening was the teacher. And it is the teacher's fault. That is the teacher's fault. Kids do goofy things, okay? And whether the little kid knew what it was and knew what was wrong with it, not even to go there. Because at kindergarten age, I've seen kids who are all over the place as to what they know, don't know, what they understand, blah, blah, blah. I think the parent should have noticed, but the person in a position to stop this from happening was the teacher. So while we try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school, yeah, that's admirable. But why not say we try to keep an eye on everything our students distribute during snack time for other kids to ingest? That seems important to me. Call me crazy. So there you go. That's a story made national news out of Michigan. The kindergartner brings a Jose Cuervo to school, and the kids are all going to have a jolly old snack time before nap time. So kindergartner brings Jose Cuervo Margaritas to snack time at a Livonia school. Fox 2 Detroit ran the story by Jessica Duckneck. Don, Daryl, Michael, and Tyler all sent it. Thanks a lot. Questions or comments, do put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. All growth depends upon activity. There's no development physically or intellectually without effort, and effort means work.
It's hard to say when you're It's hard to say when you're if there's not a really, really bad edit right there. I often edit those out too. If there's not a really, really bad edit right there, it's because let's see if I can do this. I forgot what I was going to say. It had to do with something about something being easy to say when you're sober. And the harder and harder it got for me to say it, the more drunker and drunker I looked.